Hey. Okay, so we are on the topic of elementary age students and, children. This would be ages 5 to 10-ish, around there. Now, there's a huge difference between a kindergartner and a fifth grader. I mean, just walking into elementary school, you can see a vast distinction between those ages. However, inside the home and developmentally, while they're much taller, they're getting stronger, their faces are changing, there's not too much in terms of discussion and how to raise them during that time period that changes a lot. They're still very much the I love you stage, the cuddling, they still need the reading to them, the hugs each day, the kisses. Once they get into middle school and we will move into the adolescent stage, that's when they really start to break away. Fourth, fifth grade, you start to see a breakaway as well. So for those of you who are new to my channel, I just wanted to let you know I am an early childhood specialist. I have taught human development from womb to tomb for several different colleges and universities in Los Angeles. My day job is a Spanish teacher at a high school, so you might hear the bell ring if this takes a long time, but today's episode won't take too long. Usually I'm hired out through different corporations, but I wanted to bring free content to everybody around. So if you have anything that you want to add or ask questions on, please don't hesitate to send me a message and ask me to discuss that topic. Today's topic is do yoga with your children. I like to say, our children won't do what we say, but they will always do what we do. So if we want them to have certain behaviors, we must actually perform those behaviors. I want my kids to be readers. So what do they see me doing every morning when they wake up, especially on the weekends? During the week, I'm up way earlier than them. But on the weekends, they'll see me on the couch reading a book first thing in the morning. I'm not fiddling on my phone. I'm not up standing cooking now that they're a little bit older. I used to when they were really little. But they see me with a book in my hands. They see me all the time with books on my nightstand. And when they're like, hey, I have nothing to do, I'm bored, and I'll just say, oh, I'm going to go read on the couch. You're welcome to join me if you want. I never force it. The behaviors I want from them, I don't force. I forced it when they were really little because obviously I'm teaching them how to do certain things. Now that they're getting a little older and they're trying to find that independence that we talked about in the previous video, all I say to them is, hey, I'm going to do this activity. If you'd like to join me, you're more than welcome to. And then I make sure they watch me doing it. One thing that I've always done is yoga. So I always do yoga and I love doing yoga with them. I have YouTube videos pregnant doing yoga with kids running on me. And I don't force them to do it. I explain to them when they tell me that they're sore after basketball practice or PE class, I tell them, hey, you should stretch. Instead of just saying, you should do this, which I do, I do it. I do the activity and I always invite them along. Hey, before bed, you know what? I'm going to do some of my yoga for about 20 minutes. You're welcome to join me. Sometimes they join me, sometimes they don't. And most of the time though, they come in and out of the room because I have the door open. They come in and out of the room and they'll do downward dog for a little bit. Then they'll walk out. Then they'll see me doing happy baby and then they'll come in and do happy baby for like 20 seconds maybe, and I'm holding it for 2 minutes. They just come in and out, and more or less what you want them to see is that routine that you have. And then they end up building that routine as well. There are times, depending on your child, where you do need to force certain behavior. When it comes to building good, strong, healthy habits, I do think it's better if you just show them that you're doing it and invite them to do it with you. This morning, I told my children that I just recently joined a triathlon group because I love doing triathlons, and I said, I'm going to join the group, and on Wednesdays we are going to run together. So I'm actually going to go somewhere at 6:30 and run. Well, my oldest son used to do cross country, and this year I made him do swim team instead, and he was not happy, but he said, I feel like because I didn't do cross country, I'm really not as fast as I used to be. And I said, okay, well, all you have to do is put on your shoes and go running. And he said, can I just go with you tonight? I say, absolutely. If you're in the mood to run with me, go ahead, strap on your shoes. When they watch you doing these activities, it is the perfect time for them to see, oh, okay, I see my mom is busy, my mom cooks, my mom works, my mom does this, she drives us everywhere, but she makes time to do things that she tells us we should do. They see that I say what I'm going to do and that I tell them what they should do, and I'm actually performing that behavior as well. That helps. That will help click in their head of what they should do. It's not one of those do as I say, not what I do type things, because then they're never going to do it. You want them to have it click and register in their minds without you having to hound them all the time. So my suggestion is, if there's something that you're trying to do, read more, meditate, do yoga, go for a run, invite them along. And they might say no for a while. Some days they might say yes. When I do these kinds of activities and my children decide to join, we have the best conversations. I've gone running with each one of my kids individually and as groups. And when we run or do yoga, we have time, not that you're supposed to talk during yoga, but benefit of doing it at home. We have time to actually dive into different things going on in their life. My daughter, when we ran, she was talking about body image. And she's 8, she's 9 now, but she was 8 at the time, and she was just asking about it, like, oh, I like that I run, people call me skinny. And I said, well, does that bother you? It gives us an opportunity where nothing is distracting, and it's only me listening to her. And it gives me the opportunity to explain to my children, it shouldn't matter what other people think. You need to be happy with who you are. So I just want to suggest, again, if there's something that you're trying to get your kids to do it yourself first. And then they will follow, even if they don't follow right away, even if they don't follow every time. Seeing that consistency in their parents is going to help them with their behaviors. I hope you have an awesome day, night, year, week, whatever. You are amazing. You are a wonderful parent if you haven't heard that. You are doing your best to learn more and to help your family along. And that is a wonderful, wonderful thing. So I hope you have an amazing day or night, whatever time you're listening to this, and leave a message down below.